Oh yes indeed, lovelies. Summer is definitely Icumen in. In fact, it has arrived in the UK with a vengeance, and we have gone from having colder than average for May to having warmer than average in June, along with the thunderstorms and torrential downpours that go with it. So I thought that today I would do a surviving summer video for you. There are lots out there already, I know, and go and have a look at all of them because they all give you good advice. But I just wanted to add my own two penneth. First of all, if you, like me, prefer to stay pale and interesting year round, at this point you may, like me, be reaching for the long sleeve mesh fishnet or lace tops. These are lovely, and yes, they do cover you up, but don't be lulled into a false sense of security. T-shirt material, such as the top I am wearing today, has a sun protection factor of 1. Yes, just 1. So your fishnet mesh muslin lace sleeve is going to give you negligible protection from the sun. It's going to look lovely, but it won't actually stop those harmful UVA and UVB rays getting to your skin. Even if you're wearing something long and floaty on your arms to keep the sun off them, you will still need some form of protection. Now, I am one of those lucky stroke unlucky people that go brown at the drop of a hat, and I choose not to. So I always go for a very high factor sunblock. Sunblocks have come a long way in the last few years. I mean, time was they were basically zinc in a tube. They were very messy, very thick and goopy to put on, but they have much improved. This is my personal favourite. Can you see that? This is the one that I use on my body. It's completely clear. It goes on really well. Just squirt it on like a mist. I don't even bother rubbing it in. You can. It's got a nice feel to it. If you go overboard, it does feel a little bit sticky, so just don't go overboard. I also keep a smaller decanted version of this in my summer survival pack, and I will show you that a little bit later on. I have tried a variety of sunblocks which are designed to go on the face, this being one of them. This is by L'Oreal. I found another one in Egypt which was factor 70 by some brand I'd never heard of. I find them very, very greasy, very, very thick. They're not particularly good to be used as a base to put makeup on over the top. So I would only really use these if I'm not going to bother with makeup other than mascara and eyeliner at all. Start with a moisturiser with some form of sun protection factor in it. This is the one I use. It's from Superdrug. I can cut the glare out. It has an SPF of 15, so not massive, but better than nothing. On top of that, in the summer, I kind of switch up my foundation routine a little bit. I normally wear a pale but not white foundation with a white powder over the top. I flip it round in the summer if I'm going to be going out in the sun without a hat or my parasol, and I will wear a white foundation, and then I put this on over the top. This is face powder that has an SPF of 30, and it is quite pale. Has a twist up brush. You twist it all the way round to get the powder to come out. I don't know if you can see, big wafts of powder, and then one click down and you use that to buff in. This also goes in my summer survival kit because it can be reapplied throughout the day. It is not cheap. It is a little bit pricey, but to be honest, your health, you know, there's no price to be put on staying safe in the sunshine. If I'm going out and about and I'm not in full Gothic splendour, I will use just my moisturiser and my powder, maybe a bit of mascara and eyeliner, and then I will bung on the sunnies. My mum worked in an optician's for many years, and she has taught me a little trick with sunglasses. The price of the sunglasses is irrelevant as to their efficacy. What matters is the lens. Now, these particular sunglasses were a £5 in the party shop. They were Pink Lady costume sunglasses. What you have to do is look through the sunglasses at a straight line, so a window frame or a door frame, something like that. If the line is wiggly, it means that the light is being refracted as it goes through the lens. These aren't good. If you look through the lens and the lines are straight, then you've got a good pair of lenses and you're going to get adequate protection from the UVA and UVB rays. Now, as I'm sure you know, the problem with sunglasses, for me anyway, doesn't matter how much fixing spray I put on my face, or even hairspray sometimes I put on my face. If I'm wearing sunglasses for any length of time, I will always end up with the rings down here and the dents up here, taking my makeup off, and it's not an attractive look. So, as you've seen from my Rochester Sweeps video, my preference is to use a parasol. Now, if I'm out and about in my local high street, just popped out to do some shopping, I don't want to be taking my posh parasol out with me because I do have a tendency to leave things lying around. So my alternative is this. It is a little fold-up umbrella. This was from New Look and it was £8, but it's got a little frilly bit on it. So this doubles up very nicely for me as a parasol. And if you were in the UK last week, where we went from brilliant sunshine to flash floods in the space of 10 minutes, it's always handy to have an umbrella, even in summer in England. The other option, of course, from using a parasol is to wear a hat with a big wide brim. If I put this on now, it's going to squish my hair down, so I shan't. But a nice wide brimmed hat. You maybe put some nice long scarves to float off the bottom of it, just to keep the sun off your face. The next thing I want to talk to you about, again quite serious, is heat stroke. I don't know if you've ever had it. I've had it a couple of times. It's just horrible. You get achy, you get headachy, you feel nauseous, you go all hot and cold and shivery. The main contributor to heat stroke is dehydration. Oh, well, that's easy enough. Drink water. Yes, water is good, but it doesn't supply everything. In order for you to lie completely flat on your bed and do absolutely nothing for 24 hours, you need a minimum of 330 calories. So just getting up and going about your daily life will increase your calorie intake requirements. And this is where the isotonic drinks are useful, because they contain sugar in a very quickly absorbed form. But if it's very hot, you're going to be sweating and you're going to be losing a lot of salt, which the isotonic drinks don't actually contain. So here you've got two options. The most obvious one is an electrolyte replacement fluid, rehydration treatment sachets. You've probably heard of Diorolite. These ones are from Superdrug. They're a third of the price. They do exactly the same thing. I just carry a couple of these around in my summer survival kit. So if I find myself starting to feel dehydrated, I'll buy a bottle of water, chuck that in, give it a good mix, and then drink that down. If you find these solutions somewhat unpalatable, then an isotonic drink like Lucozade or one of these with a higher sugar content, they're good, but have some salted peanuts, assuming you're not horribly allergic to peanuts. Have some salted peanuts along with it to replace the salt. It's very important, guys, that you replace the salt as well. And drinking water on its own just won't do that. So we're out and about and it's rather warm. We want to try and stay cool. Another item in my summer survival pack is this cooling foot spray from Boots. If you've seen my Geeky Nerddom video, you will know that I have to wear compression hosiery all the time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 52 weeks of the year, and it gets stupidly hot in the summer because it's just really, really thick nylon. Now, I know that there are some of you out there who choose to wear your opaque tights all through the year, and obviously you're going to get very hot. This stuff is great. Although it's foot spray, I just spray it everywhere. I don't care, except my face. This goes over my chest, over my arms, around my belly, down my legs. I actually need this, and it's a lifesaver during the summer. For my face, if I'm getting very hot around my face and body cooling mist. This is basically denatured alcohol and water. It's great. And provided you don't then rub your face afterwards, it doesn't damage your makeup. Okay, that's the slightly more serious stuff out of the way. Now let's start talking about clothing. You probably already know this, but just in case you don't, keep it natural. Natural fibres like cotton and silk and linen are going to be much cooler in the summer. Natural fibres are always going to be better than synthetic ones. If you are somebody who really loves your PVC outfits, then the trick to those is to wear something natural underneath, because they act as a wick and will take the sweat away from the sweaty areas. As you know, I am a trad goth, and the majority of my skirts are either on or below my ankle. Even so, I am very conscious of my surgical hosiery, so I prefer to keep my ankles covered with something, and so I have got fishnet pop socks. These only come up to my knee. There you go. And they're great, except of course fishnet is nylon. So that plus the inside of my shoes, which unless I'm wearing very expensive or leather shoes is going to be synthetic, means sweaty feet. Ooh. And the problem with fishnets and sweaty feet is that they move around in your shoes or your boots, and there is nothing quite as uncomfortable as your toes appearing through a couple of the fishnet holes, and the fishnet then acting like a cheese wire on the skin between your toes. Ooh, double ooh. So you can get these all over the place. These little footsies, I think they're called. They're just kind of like trainer socks almost, but they're high cotton. These ones are skin toned so that they supposedly can't be seen above your shoes. They always can, but I don't care. Of course, if you're wearing boots with your fishnets, you can just wear a pair of normal ankle socks under your fishnets to stop your toes poking through. Now, if you're someone who wears shorter skirts but likes to keep your legs covered, and you're wearing fishnets, you're going to end up with that thick band of elastic round your waist, which can also be quite warm. So if your skirts are not that short, then you might want to think about some hold-ups. I have a nice pair of fishnet hold-ups. These ones actually are not that long. They come about halfway up my thigh, so they don't go right up to the top of my leg. But as the majority of my skirts are very, very long, it doesn't actually matter anyway. This lovely skirt is 100% cotton. It came from Dorothy Perkins originally, and I got it in a charity shop. It's huge. It's a really, really full skirt. And this is lovely in the summer. Of course, I also wear it in the winter with a couple of extra layers underneath. This is another Dorothy Perkins. Ruched elasticated waist. Again, it's 100% cotton. Again, it's ankle length with a nice bit of lace on the bottom. I've actually got two of these, one of which stays in my medieval kit all the time, and I wear it as part of my outfit. Again, I wear this in the winter. Sometimes I will wear it over a petticoat, and sometimes I wear it as the petticoat. Not sure how well you can see it, but the skirt I'm wearing today has a flat front and an elasticated back. Is past ankle length. It's not as full as the other ones, and this is also 100% cotton. I picked this up in a charity shop. I don't know where it came from originally. I think it probably came from like an ethnic type shop. It's got that kind of Indian type feel to it. These are a pair of quite thin linen trousers. Not really my usual style, but they're great for work. So I have to wear trousers for work, but they are rather thin. These are crinkle cotton trousers, and they are actually the bottom half of a salwar suit. Don't know what happened to the top half, but I got these in a charity shop. Again, they're not particularly my normal style, but if I'm going somewhere slightly more dressy and I want to wear trousers, I will put these on. This is a very elegant long-sleeved silk top. It's got openings all the way down the top of the arm. This looks really nice on. It looks absolutely nothing hanging up. It looks really nice on and is very cool. This lovely mesh top is a perfect illustration of being lulled into a false sense of security. It looks like there is nothing of it. But being nylon, when I wear this thing, I absolutely roast. It's one of my summer staples. It's a very simple little lacy top. 3/4 length sleeves with drippy bits. It's very pretty. It's very trad goth. And I wear it a lot. This long skinny tube of black cotton jersey, I actually haven't worn it, still got the label on. I bought this at the end of last summer in an end of season sale for about £8. It's got little turn back sleeves. It looks absolutely nothing hanging up, but looks really nice once it's on. I put it on and channel my inner Greek goddess. This rather fabulous frock is mesh all the way down, but has a cotton jersey lining. It's really nice on. Again, it looks nothing hanging up. It's ankle length and the lining goes all the way down to my ankles as well. I got this on eBay. It was about a tenner, and this is really nice for the summer. I picked this up today in the Cancer Research shop in my local high street. Again, it's 100% cotton, elasticated at the top with tiers all the way down. There are actually little strap tabs in the top, so I suspect that this bit is actually the bust. And it's a little shorty dress. No way I'm going to be wearing it like that. But this will make a really nice fitted waistline, almost like a corset. I actually bought this as another skirt to wear for camp, but I'm thinking I rather like it, so it might stay in my everyday wardrobe and just be transferred into camp kit when I'm going off. Now, I expect I'm like many of you out there, in as much as I will keep wearing my boots until I simply cannot wear boots any longer because my feet are boiling in them. So it's always handy to have some nice shoes to wear in the summer. So I've got a pair of completely plain suedette, very flat, pointy shoes. We've got a cheap shoe shop in our local shopping centre. These were a whole £5. I've then got a second pair of these, and I have taken the hole punches to them and laced them up, as you can see. So they're now kind of pretend ghillie shoes. So another £5, and I bought a whole pack of laces in the pound shop, and these were the longest ones in there. Slightly more posh, I have these little ankle straps. I've also got coloured ribbons that I swap for the straps now and again and have them laced up my leg. These are kind of my going out shoes. And my new purchase today, I got these in Icumen. Again, they're ghillie style with the laces.
I am a size 6 usually. These are a size 7 because they are so narrow. They squish my toes up. They were in the sale, reduced to £9. Didn't think they were too bad. Another pair of going out shoes. These are leather and they're slingbacks. I'm very fortunate that I was able to find a pair where the ankle strap will actually go round my bad ankle. They're very, very nice. These are absolutely my favourite pair of going out shoes, and I've had these longer than probably a lot of you have been alive. You can see the insides have fallen to pieces. The insole's all cracked. They desperately need rehealing before I wear them again. I just love them so much. With the D-rings all the way up. I reckon if I got a new insole for them, they would be super comfy again. Look at the points on those, aren't they just gorgeous? A simple pair of canvas espadrilles. I bought these in Primark about 4 years ago, and in fact I bought 2 pairs, so when the first pair wore out I'd have a replacement, because I didn't want the white ropey bit on the front and I wanted the back section to be black as well. So when I saw them, as they were only £4 a pair, I bought 2 pairs. The canvas has stretched, so I've had to put little half soles in them.
Now, once again, to be slightly serious, completely flat shoes like the ones you've just seen are actually really bad for your feet. Really, really bad for your feet. So I suggest investing in a pair of these. These are just little heel pads, but they have the arch support that is missing from flat shoes. Yes, they are quite expensive. They're about £15 a pair. These are Boots' own brand, but you can take them out and change them from one pair of shoes to the next pair of shoes, and they really do help with the comfort of your feet. They stop your insteps from collapsing, and they also help to prevent the formation of bunions, so that's always a good thing.
So in the summer, my usual elegant little handbag is confined to the cupboard as I dig out my little kind of army type knapsack, in which you will find, along with my usual gubbins, a pair of sunnies, a little Ziploc bag containing my Factor 30 powder, my cooling foot spray, my sunblock spray, and my rehydration powder, my brolly, and I will usually have a bottle of water in here as well. I have to say I prefer the fizzy stuff. Somehow the carbon dioxide makes it taste nicer. Oh, and just in case you didn't know.
Well, I hope you found this little video useful. I hope you have a lovely summer. Keep safe, keep hydrated, get your sunblock out. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, and until the next time, take care. Bye.